So basically, here we have Aquan, aka Go to Wu-Tang, aka Iron Man, aka ASAP Tony Stark's top 100 hip hop albums of all time. The list is not nearly as bad as the title suggests, as Aquan is, in my eyes, quite the hip hop expert. So you won't expect a bunch of like trash or like just a bunch of West Coast old school stuff, but also it's pretty basic near the top, and you'll see what I mean by that. But diving into the first album here, Paid in Full, I do think this album is very good. It deserves a lot of respect for the influence, but it is inconsistent. So I think 100th is fine. But I would have put it a little higher, of course. But and then at 99th we have Taboo. I think this album is a little overrated too. It's not a super intense soundscape in my opinion, and I think Denzel has what two better projects in Imperial and Melt My Eyes. Next we have Mos Def The Ecstatic. I would have placed this higher, but that's just because I have a massive Mos Def bias. But this record also deserves a lot of respect. I know people really only respect Black on Both Sides, and that's obviously because that's an amazing record. In my opinion, it's top 3 hip hop of all time. But the Ecstatic here is a fire pick, but it's a little low. If you're reading this is too late, it's a fine pick. I'm not gonna speak much on this. Flower Boy, I would have put this higher. For artists who have such an impact on today's pop culture, such as Tyler the Creator, this being their like breakthrough album, I would have put this higher. And also, it's so amazingly consistent and produced. But I guess 96 is fine since it's only been 8 years since it dropped, so we haven't really got to see much of an influence on this super pitched up soundscape. I don't know how to describe it. Springy soundscape. A Gangstar Hard to Earn. Yeah, this record, I would definitely put this higher too. I mean, okay, when I say I would put a lot of these records higher, I think I'm ignoring how much quality there is, but these are genuinely like amazing records. And you know, Guru is a very talented MC, obviously, so he earns the spot. I'm gonna move a bit quicker because I can't have this video be too long. Food and Liquor, yeah, it's fine. I would put this higher too. This is absolutely legendary moment in hip hop. Next we have this Clips album that I won't say the name of. I think this should also be higher. He's severely underrating these 2006 albums, if I'm gonna be so honest. Because this was like kind of Pusha T's breakthrough into kind of the mainstream. Because Clips was something in 2006. They weren't like making number 1 hits, but they were something. Bro, I love this album. 92 is really low for this, and what I'm expecting from Aquan is that he's putting a lot of Ghostface records above this, but I think this ODB record is better than any record Ghostface has ever made. But you know, this is fine because this album isn't super accessible, so I totally get it. Run the Jewels 2, yeah, that's fine. I don't think I need to explain that. Doris, that's also fine. I don't think I need to explain that. I would put Run the Jewels 2 higher now that I think about it. Vaudeville Villain, no, that Vaudeville Villain needs to be higher too. I feel like I'm saying that too much, but Aquan is really underestimating the value of some of these records. Like Vaudeville Villain is almost flawless, and you have the super talented MC and producer MF Doom. Like, this was in his prime too, right before 2004. We all know what MF Doom did in 2004. Oxymoron, yeah, that's fine at 88. It's not like an all-timer, but Travis Scott, Astroworld, Drake, Take Care, yeah, these are agreeable. I would put Astroworld higher. Blank Face LP here, yeah. The Diary is legendary, but I think it's a little overrated just because like it's old. So 84 is fine here. Illadelph Half-Life. Now, in my opinion, this is the second best Roots album behind Undone, and I don't know. It's something about this album. It's like it's its own world. It's its own world. I don't know. You just need to listen to it by yourself to really understand. But I would put this higher. And I'm assuming he's gonna put more Roots albums higher than this. Run the Jewels 3. Uh, yeah, it's fine here. It's fine here, I guess. Capital Punishment. I'm glad that he didn't put this like top 50, because I think Big Pun is really strong as a lyricist, but his delivery is like a little forced, so it's like a little bit hard to listen to. But I still have massive respect for this record though. So 81, I think that's like perfect placement for this. Big L, this needs to be higher, and Blue Lips above it. That's the most overrated album of 2024. I do not think that album is like super good, and I think this Big L album outdoes it like at least twice over. Even in terms of just like raw lyricism, and it's hard to explain, but I don't think Blue Lips should be that high. Pray for Paris, 78 of all time, but I think it could go top 100. I think West Side Gun will be on here a little more. Black Dot and Danger Mouse cheat codes, yeah, that's deserved. This DMX record, I would put it higher, bro. Like, there's something special about this DMX album that's like unlike anything of its time, and I think it's definitely top 50. Stillmatic 75, that's fine. I would put it higher, but that's just me. I have Nas bias. Straight Outta Compton 74. Like, it's more about the influence, and when you can't really, this is a pure from my understanding, this is a pure quality list. And while Straight Outta Compton does have a lot of merit to it in terms of quality, it's not very consistent, and it's taken more for its influence, like how Ice Cube was like flowing over these tracks. It's taken more for its influence, and also people just tend to glaze this West Coast stuff a lot. So I don't think it should be on here personally, but it's fine on here. Mecca and the Soul Brother, this should be higher. No, I'm not even gonna say anything. Mr. Morale, okay, 72. That's fine. I will put it higher, because emotional vulnerability is so hard to do in music, and the way Kendrick did it on this record is like, and it's also a skipless record in my opinion. So I think it should be higher, but it's was released 3 years ago, so I think 72 is fine, because you can't really see how much of an impact it would have. Melt My Eyes, I would put it a bit higher. Faces, okay. Hopefully he doesn't put Swimming higher, because Faces is better than Swimming. Alfredo, 69th of all time. I think it's fine. Sometimes I might be, no, this needs to be higher. Simbi needs to be higher. This is one of the most magical albums I've listened to. And I think, of course, Aquan has said in a post before that he hates old school hip hop heads, but I think he's kind of embodying one of those, because you look at all these amazing records down in the 70s, like Mr. Morale, Melt My Eyes, Faces, Simbi is in 68, and I think these have a definite argument to be better than some other amazing records from the 90s, but he will put them higher on this list. Long Live ASAP, I don't know about Long Live ASAP here. It has crazy highs, but At Long Last ASAP right above, yeah, I think this album's a bit overrated, and 66 is fine, because it's still really good. Man on the Moon, Okay, you guys know I really like Kid Cudi, and I do not see why he would put this at 65 like ever. But you know, I don't want to do too much glazing on this channel, so I'll let it slide. Slim Shady LP, yeah, it's fine. Born Like This is fine. Tattoo on Youth there is fine. Carter 3, it's. I don't even know if I would put this top 100 if I'm being so honest. Because this album has like garbage lows. Like there's some garbage songs on here. Get Rich or Die Trying, no, it's overrated. Because even if you have like all these bangers, which I don't even think they're like generational. Like of course I like them. Like songs like In the Club, Many Men, songs like that. You can't deny those are bangers. But I don't know about like 60th best of all time, and over Man on the Moon. I'm just saying. Life of Pablo here is fine. Yeah, Life of Pablo. Carter 2, I think the gap between Carter 2 and Carter 3 is way wider than Aquan is displaying it to be on this list, and I would put Carter 5, 4, and 1 over Carter 3 if I'm being honest. So Doggy Style there's fine. 444 there's fine. I love this Tribe record. I think it's like perfect. There's not a single flaw you can find anywhere, and it's really cool how they fuse jazz rap with psychedelic rap on this record. It's just really cool to see Tribe Called Quest do their thing, but more modernized. And I think 55 is too low. Again, too low. Everything here is too low, except for like you saw some of the stuff farther down that I said was too low. Not everything, but 2014, yeah, that's fine. I hope he puts For Your Eyes Only higher though. Forever Story at 53. That's rough. That's rough. It's acceptable, but that's all I'll say. Yeezus 52. I don't know, bro. He's really underrating these records. And I know that there's a really bad pick coming up right after Yeezus, like on top. So, but I think like this revolutionized that industrial sound, and like it really encouraged people like JPEG Mafia to start like really experimenting, or at least from what I can tell. And here comes the bad pick, Atrocity at 51. I don't know what to say about this. Like this take in itself is an atrocity. I asked him to move it up. He said he'll move it up, and he barely moved it up. He did not do it justice. This is what I was saying earlier with the old school hip hop head thing. He's just very numb to these newer records that clearly showcase a lot of talent. Now we're at the 50 mark. Okay, so we have Live Love ASAP here at 50, which I think is completely deserved. I think it should be a little higher. It's like the peak of cloud rap, but it's fine. Rodeo at 49, yeah, that's fine. I think it's a little overrated. Moment of Truth at 48. Moment of Truth at 48. It's really hard for records like this to be bloated and not feel bloated, because this track list is legitimately ridiculously consistent. I think this is easily top 20, or maybe top 15, but I'm gonna decide that another day. But 48 is way too low for this Gangstar record. 1999, I don't know. I always thought this album was a bit overrated, because I think there's better examples of modern boom bap, such as Conway. But why are other Griselda members not on this list? Now that I think about it, we only saw Westside Gunn, Pray for Paris. I don't really think Aquan put that much thought into Griselda and what they really are as a collective. Like, no, the GAT should be on here. God Don't Make Mistakes should be on here. Kiss the Ring should be on here. If you're gonna include Pray for Paris, all the albums I just mentioned are better than Pray for Paris. And those all do modern boom bap better than 1999 here. Even though I think this is a phenomenal record, I don't think it's top 50 of all time. Eminem Show 46, yeah, that's fine. All Eyes on Me 45, that's fine. Life After Death 44, that's fine. 40. I think this record's really overrated. This Kendrick album. Like, if you look at it, this track list, like, even though it has insane highs and like insane concept, this track list is so unbelievably inconsistent. Like, even like with DNA on there, the first half is just so boring to listen to. Element is like ridiculously commercial. If you Loyalty should be like a contender for the worst song of all time. Humble is mid. Like, this track list is so unbelievably inconsistent. I don't know why people think this is a 9 out of 10 at all. It's like a decent to strong 8 for me, and I don't think it's top 50 of all time in any world. KSG 42, I think it should be higher, but that's my Cudi bias. Again, that's my Kid Cudi bias. But also, putting this above Man on the Moon is very questionable. Swimming at 41, well, I jinxed myself. Swimming is not better than Faces. Swimming is not... It's top 50 of all time, but it's not better than Faces. Daytona at 40, yeah, that's fine. I feel like he's giving these albums too low of a rating, though. Like, Kitsy Ghost 91? Is there a flaw in Kitsy Ghost that brings this record down 9 points? Iron Man 92, I heavily disagree with this. And I've actually had multiple discussions with Aquan about this record before. And I think it's just inconsistent. And it just had the weakest RZA production out of any of these earlier Wu-Tang records. Like, if you look at Tikal had better production. Liquid Swords obviously had better production. Return to the 36 Chambers had better production, although that's arguable because that's, again, not that accessible. OB4CL had better production, and also Iron Man is just kind of inconsistent. It's also bloated. Jay-Z the Black Album, that's fine. Hopefully he doesn't put the Blueprint higher, but I already know he does because I know this list and I'm pretending to not know what's higher up for content. Public Enemy, Fear of a Black Planet, that's fine. It Takes a Nation of Millions to hold us back, that's fine. Stankonia, that's fine as long as he doesn't put Aquemini higher. Roots Undone, I think this should be higher. This is a masterpiece. This is a skipless masterpiece. What brings this album down 7 points? I want Aquan to come to me and answer me. What brings Stankonia down 8 points? What brings Undone down 7 points? You know, if we go here, what brings Moment of Truth down 10 points? What brings Live Love ASAP down 10 points? Like, I don't think he's putting that much logic into these ratings. But let's go higher up. Mos Def, Catalog Quality, or Black Star, yeah, that's fine. I think that record's amazing, definitely top 50. Fuji's The Score, And then here comes an atrocious take. Late Registration at 31st place as a 93 score. This is completely flawless. Like, Kanye's production was at its peak. And like, anyone who says College Dropout, anyone who legitimately thinks College Dropout is better than a Late Registration needs to go track for track. And go, like, Late Registration is more refined. It's more refined, not like twofold, but you can tell the difference. And 31 is way too low. It's top 10 bare minimum. But uh, and I feel like it's kind of basic to really like this record, but not give it this superb like recognition. Um, Graduation at 30 again. Okay. You know what? I actually get this one because I do get how Drunken Hot Girls is how some people would see that as a bad song. I mean, the majority of people see that as a bad song. But I think it's a perfect song, but that's just my delusion. So I think Graduation's fine at 30 here. But, like, the records above it, like, for example, Supreme Clientele, there's so much filler in the back half of this record, it's, like, not even funny. I don't think it's better than Late Registration under any circumstance. AT Aliens 28, that's fine. Not better than Late Registration, though. Reasonable Doubt, again, not better than Late Registration. Midnight Marauders, it's fine here, but not better than Late Registration. Like, I want Aquan to come to me in the comment section and tell me how all these records are better than Late Registration. Bandana too. This is not even like a super masterpiece. Like, Pinata should be where Bandana is right now, and Bandana should be like maybe in the 40s. I don't like, he's overrating this record. Food at 24 is an atrocity too. This should be like top 5 minimum. This is like MF Doom made a skipless album with Food, and it's so creative, and the rapping's so good, and the production's so good. Like, you can't name a flaw with this album. I don't know why it's brought down 5 points. And then Dr. Dre The Chronic. This is what I was talking about. So he wants to talk about these West Coast hip-hop glazers, nostalgia, these people who just go off in nostalgia and hate everything new, when he dares to put Atrocity Exhibition, not even top 50, and The Chronic in top 25. Because if you actually look at The Chronic, there's a lot of filler in the track list, and Dr. Dre's rapping, even when he's being ghostwritten for, his delivery does not land. So I think he's going off in nostalgia too, and this is what I was saying about the list being so basic. Like, seriously, a Dr. Dre album, and there's another one higher up too. 2 Dr. Dre albums in the top 25 of all time. Like, tell me that's not like super nostalgic, real hip hop fan, I guess. Me Against the World, Tupac, again. This is what I was talking about. It's not top 20, not top 22 of all time. It's phenomenal. It's top 50. But it's too high, especially over way more technically gifted and better produced albums like Food and Late Registration. It Was Written is fine here. I guess. Infamous is fine here. Marshall Mathers LP. I don't know about 19, but it's fine. The Roots, Things Fall Apart. 18th, yeah. That's fine, but Undone is better. And then Black on Both Sides in 17. That I don't know what to say about this one, because, well, I think this record just needs to grow on Aquan a little more, because this record had to grow on me too a lot. It was like a whole process. So hopefully this lands in his top 5 in the near future, but for now I'll accept 17. See, this is what I mean. 2001 is not better than Black on Both Sides. Conceptually, it is not even close. The rapping performances are not even close. The production, you could edge it to 2001, but Black on Both Sides, you cannot ignore the production value in insane primo flips like Mathematics. And it's just so, like, epic to see. Or even looking at You My Says, there's a wider variety of beats on Black on Both Sides too. So you could even argue that Black on Both Sides production is slightly better. So I don't know what he thinks 2001 does better than Black on Both Sides, but that's just a really bad move. Common B, 90 15. Yeah, that's fine. That's completely fine with me. Pinata 14, that's fine with me. Low End Theory 13, Only Before Cubelings 12. My Beautiful Dark Twist and Fantasy, this is not 11th. It's not 11th. I don't care. This is overrated. I've seen so many people call it like a top 3 album of all time. They look at me like I'm some sort of crazy person when I tell them this is not top 6 in Ye's catalog. I mean, not top 5 in Ye's catalog. But like you have these minuscule gripes like the drums, like the drum pattern and power, that's like not all that good. Uh, Jay's verse on Monster, obviously. You also have like the Heck of a Life. Like there's nothing significant in that song past like the 2 minute mark maybe. Blame Game is just kind of there. Like there's so many minuscule gripes you could find on this record. Like it's hard for me to believe Ye actually spent $3 million fine tuning this album. But the Blueprint, no, not even top 50. I do not get why this album is held in such high praise. Especially when you look at like songs like Izzo, where the mixing is just horrible. You can't hear the beat. Like I think this is a strong record, right? Because the back half is really strong. But when you look at the front half, like Jigga That Fella, Ola Ovito, Girls Girls Girls, like there's a lot of skips in the front half of this record. And that includes Takeover. I don't care what anyone says. It includes Takeover. That's a skip any day for me. This is not the 10th greatest hip-hop album of all time. And this also conforms to what I keep mentioning in this video with the whole old school hip-hop head nostalgia thing. If he's so against it, why is he putting the Blueprint at number 10? A College Dropout at 9. It's also a really basic take because, again, I said, if you look at College Dropout, Late Registration, track for track, quality for quality, like Late Registration is better produced, it's more consistent, it has better rapping, it like there's not really anything you can pinpoint on the College Dropout that's like completely better than Late Registration. And I'm fine if someone thinks the College Dropout is better than Late Registration, to be completely honest. But he put this 22 places above Late Registration, which I think is just crazy. It's not that big of a difference. But moving on, we have Aquemini, another record which I think is also really overrated. Y'all, like, back half of this record is really weak. Y'all Scared, Spotty Oddie, Dopalicious, even though those horns are nice, I guess. But and then you also look at Mamacita, which no, like this record is just weak after Art of Storytelling Part 2. It's not the 8th greatest hip hop album of all time. Yeah, Liquid Swords at 7. This is too low. Mad Villainy at 6. This is kind of basic. Once you become a hip hop head, like glazing Mad Villainy is also really basic if you think about it. Because why would you? What makes this? What puts this 18 places above Food, which is more eccentrically produced. It has better concepts. Like, what makes this definitively 18 places better? By the way, Aquan, if you're watching this, I want you to think through everything I'm saying in this video and like reconsider everything. What's a flaw in Liquid Swords? Why is it a 99? I'm Ready to Die at 5. That's basic. That's basic. This, he just keeps on enforcing my point of like old school hip hop heads with nostalgia at the top of their minds, like 24/7. That's what was going through his mind when making this list. Good Kid, Mad City. No, this is not. This is not number 4 of all time. You're telling me this is better than Liquid Swords? Liquid Swords is better produced. It has better rapping. It's more consistent. What makes Good Kid, Mad City better? Enter the Wu-Tang, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Illmatic at 2, okay. And then To Pimp a Butterfly at 1. Which these last 3 picks, I mean, they're just kind of set in stone. I don't think Illmatic is top 5 even. It's like top 8, but it's really respectable to put it at 2. And then obviously T-Pap is top 5. Wu-Tang is number 3. But looking at this list, do you guys agree with all the points I brought up in this video? Aquan, do you agree with them? Are you gonna rethink anything in this list, or are you just gonna stay with this? Also, I don't really care if you like I'm not gonna like get mad at you if you don't change it, because at the end of the day, this is your opinion, but I just like bashing on things. If I'm being honest, I just like bashing on things. So this video was incredibly entertaining to make for me, and I hope you guys found it entertaining to watch it, because I mean, that's what I want to do for you guys. That's about it. Bye.